Hello, how you doing, family? My name is Mutwana. Mutwana. Let's get started. So, the first question here to say, given. Oh my God, let me just make it smaller a little bit so we can see the equation. Because otherwise, no one is saying, Mutwana, how did you make this not visible for me? Okay, so it's very clear. Okay, so let's say given demand function PD. So we have a two function. The demand function, which is this one, function of demand, and then we have a supply function, which is P function of supplier, which is 3 plus. Calculate the producer surplus. So we have a two formula. The first one is a producer surplus, and another one is consumer surplus. Okay. Now, so I'm gonna show you both formula, but we're gonna stay focused more for producer surplus. Okay. So we go. So we're gonna say now we say. So for now, let's just focus on it. Producer surplus. So we have a formula, right? So the consumer surplus formula, even though it's not part of the question, but just to show you, consumer surplus formula equal to, for consumer surplus, we say a function, we say integral, you integrate, and they say 0 to Q. Q means you have to equate these two and then get the value of Q, which I'm going to show you. So you say 0 to Q, this is for consumer surplus, which they did not ask us, but I want to show you because sometimes they switch. And then here you write your function of the demand function. And then here you write your demand function, P, function of demand. But for this case here, we know. So it means you're going to replace that PD with it, 35 minus Q squared. And then, so you can say, write your function of demand. For this case, it's 35 minus Q squared. And they say function of, and then you minus, you multiply price and quantity. That's all. See what I'm saying? So this is going to give us what? Consumer surplus. But for this case now, they didn't ask us there. They asked for producer surplus. For producer surplus, what you do is switch this formula. Look, you switch. And when you switch, here you don't write your function demand. You use the function of the supply. So for that case now, we're going to say producer surplus equal to, so we start with the price times quantity minus integral 0 to Q, which you're going to find Q, will show you. And then here we're going to write the function of the supply function, which is what? 3 plus Q squared. And then here you say integrate. So what we're going to do first, we have to find P and Q. But, how are we going to get P and Q? We have to equate. See, so that one we don't need, because the question is not about the consumer surplus, about producer surplus. So now for you to get the value of Q and P, you have to equate this. So it's at equilibrium, price function of demand equal to function of the supply. So for that case, 35 minus Q squared, 35 minus Q squared equal to 3 plus Q squared. So I can group them. You see this negative is going to go over, it's going to become 2Q squared equal, this is 3, is going to come here, 35 minus 3 equal to 32, because it's going to become minus here. So 35 minus that 3, 32. So how are you going to get Q squared? Divided by 2, divided by 2. This and this cancel. So Q squared, equal to 16. So what we're going to do, we're going to square root both sides. Square root here, square root there. So our Q equal to plus or minus 4. So you take the positive one. See what I'm saying? You take the positive value. So if you take the positive value, then we're going to say the value of Q equal to positive 4, so it cannot be negative. So I can just keep that negative. It's just a positive one. Q equal to positive 4. So we're going to take that Q and substitute in the formula of the producer surplus. So our Q equal to 4, we agree. So make sure you write all the solution exam. But for me, I'm not going to write all of that. See, because in my solution, I want to make sure that I save a lot of. So now we're going to say now, so I'm going to say now, we want to get what? Producer surplus. So producer surplus equal to price times quantity. So our quantity we have equal to 4. How are we going to get price? We're going to take this 4 and substitute. Remember, this is a producer surplus. So if this is a producer surplus, means you're going to substitute in the supply demand. But if it was consumer surplus, we was going to use that demand function. But for now, it's a producer surplus. So we're going to take this Q and plug in here. Q square means it's going to be 4 square. 4 square equals 16. 16 plus 3 equal to 19. So our P equal to 19. So simply say P equal to 19. So we're going to come here and substitute in this original equation. So producer surplus equal to P times Q. What is P times Q? 19 times 4. 19 times 4, say 19 times 4. What is 19 times 4? Equal to 76. Minus integral 0 to Q. What is a Q? Q equal to 4. And then here we're going to write a function of supply because we're looking for producer surplus. But if it was another one which consumer surplus, we're going to use this function here. So for now we're going to use this. Okay, 3 plus Q squared dq. So we can just solve that, and now we can get it. So I can just simplify. I can just erase this quick. So we have enough space, and then we can finish up our question. Thank you for your time and your patience. Oh yeah, let's just finish up. Excuse me. So then we're gonna say producer surplus equal to 76 minus, I can put bigger bracket. Now when you integrate, look, you can separate, say integral of 3 dq, because you integrate the first one, which is 3, but with respect to dq, plus I'm trying to, okay, plus, and then here is going to be what? Integral of the second one, which is q squared, and then dq. Why did you plus? Because there's a plus here, so we want to deal with this one first. See, so from the power rule, this constant is going to go to the back because it's constant, so constant always go to the back. We only integrate q, there's no q here, so I can say 3 integral of dq plus, look, this is a power rule of integration, means it's going to be, if somebody give you x q squared dq, so what we're going to do, take that, add by 1, so it's going to become, oh, okay, let's write this. So I'm going to say, if you add by 1, this can become, it's going to become what? Q add by 1 square over the same number, the denominator. You see what I'm saying? Oh, wait. No. What am I doing? I did the same thing. No, that was wrong, man. So we're going to say here, look, this is 2. 2 plus 1 equal to 3. So it's going to be Q, 3. And then we over the same thing. This number here must divide the denominator. That's what we're doing. So this part here, so let's just write separate, say 3 integral of dq plus, because there's a plus and the q square, integral of second. So then we can say, I was just showing you here how this comes about. So we're going to say now, producer surplus equal to 76 minus, let's put bigger bracket here, 3. But when you integrate, let's say dx, it's going to give you x. When you integrate, for example, dk, is going to give you k. So for that case now, here, if I integrate this, d theta is going to give me theta plus, now here we can apply power rule of integration, because I'm going to say theta 2 plus 1 equal to 3, and then over the same thing and the denominator equal to 3. But do not forget our limit, because we're not going to add c because we have a limit here. What is our limit? Our limit, we say 0 to 4. So now we can finish up. So mathematically, whenever you have a limit of something, you see this, these are q. So you plug in a position of q, and then you say upper limit minus lower limit. So for that case, I'm going to say 76 minus 3 q. What is q? Q equal to 4. So here I'm going to say 4 plus 4. It's going to be 4 but a cube over 3. Okay, and then let's do like this. So this must get the answer. That's the upper limit. It means substitute this upper limit into the equation. Then we minus, put bigger bracket. Now we're going to minus now lower limit. So what happened to the lower limit? Minus lower limit. So what happened to the lower limit? Look, this 0 must come here. 3 times 0 equal to 0 plus 0 come here. 0 cube equal to 0 divided by 0 equal to 0. So I don't even need that. So what I can do, I can just simply plug in the calculator. So you know 0 plus 0 equal to 0. So this is not going to help me anything. So just simple 0. So 0. So nothing. So I can even say erase there. It's helpless. Okay. Now this is going to be 76 minus, you can plug in the calculator if you want, or if you want to go slow, this is going to give us 12 plus 64 over 3. So then, excuse me, sorry, my apologies, sorry. I'm some scoldy today. Okay. So now we're gonna plug that in the calculator. So take my calculator here quick. Sorry. Oh my God, what's the calculator? It doesn't want to pop up. Okay, cool. The calculator does not want to pop up. It's fine, but we can use this. Okay, just a second. Now, what's the calculator? The calculator does not want to pop up. Okay, cool. I can just use the head, no problem. So I'm gonna say now, let's not use a calculator. Let's leave that calculator. That's gonna pop up. So now we can say, look, I can say this is over 1. So plug this in the calculator. It's gonna give you 42.7. Okay. So plug this in the calculator. It's gonna give you what? 42.7. So our answer is gonna be option 3. So look, some of you may be new here. So if you're new to this program, please make sure you come right here, show me some love, subscribe here. Now let's go to the next question. So next question is way more easy. Okay, so how we do that? Let's go. So this question here, I forgot to send shout out because I always have to send shout out to anybody who sent me this question. So this question comes from Morongwa, all the way from Pretoria. But she says she represents Limpopo. So just in case if you don't know. So thanks a lot. I did this question for you, Morongwa. That's why I decided to say shout out to you because I'm trying to just help me with this question. That's why I decided to do this for you, okay? So share to the other people and anybody do type of similar question. Please just let us know if you like something, leave a comments, and then I'm gonna say shout out to just like I did to Marongwa. So thanks a lot, and I'm out.